social distancing. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, fellow Kenyans, I would like to welcome you to our daily updates on the current. Can that man be also to switch off the vehicle? As you may be aware, last night we lost one of our patients to the coronavirus-related disease at Aga Khan Hospital in Nairobi. The patient had other medical conditions that he was also being treated for. The 66-year-old male, Kenyan, had been admitted at the hospital's intensive care unit and had arrived in the country on March 13th, 2020 from South Africa via the Kingdom of Eswatini. On behalf of the National Emergency Response Committee on Coronavirus and the Ministry of Health, and indeed on behalf of the many Kenyans, I would like to pass our sincere condolences to the family of the deceased. We have also been informed that a South African national on quarantine in Nakuru has also passed away in circumstances that do not seem related to the disease. This is a police investigation, and further information will be communicated to you upon its completion. We have informed the South African Embassy about the incident through our Foreign Affairs Ministry. Again, on behalf of the National Emergency Response Committee and the Ministry of Health, I would like to convey our condolences to our family through the South African Embassy. I would also like to inform you that there are 2 more patients among the 31 who tested positive for the coronavirus currently admitted in the intensive care unit at Aga Khan Hospital. The 2, both male, one a French national and the other a Kenyan citizen. Together with the medical team at the hospital, we are closely monitoring their treatment and they are behaving well. In the last 24 hours, a total of 156 samples from suspected cases of coronavirus have been tested in various laboratories in Kenya. Fellow Kenyans, all the 156 samples have tested negative for the coronavirus disease. Therefore, the total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Kenya remains 31. As I mentioned yesterday, these 31 confirmed cases are spread out in 5 counties, namely Nairobi, Kajiado, Mombasa, Kilifi, and Kwale. Within those 5 counties, Nairobi is leading with 21 cases of those who have so far tested positive, followed by Kilifi with 6, Mombasa 2, while Kajiado and Kwale each has 1. Out of the 31 positive cases, 19 are male, while 12 are female. Tracing of contacts for the 31 confirmed cases is ongoing. The total number of close contacts that we have so far identified stand at 1,067. Out of this number, 136 have been discharged after completing the mandatory 14-day follow-up period. Currently, our teams are monitoring some 931 close contacts. We have 5 individuals admitted at Bagathi Hospital waiting test results. To date, we have tested 752 persons for the coronavirus disease. And as I said earlier, do not mistake testing with surveillance. The surveillance exercise has captured thousands of people. We are talking about testing for suspected cases. From this Sunday, March the 29th, 2020, we will embark on mass testing for more than 2,000 persons who arrived in the country from last Sunday, March 22nd, and are currently under mandatory quarantine in various designated hotels and government facilities. This will be done alongside the WHO guidelines on testing for the virus and in accordance with one's arrival date. This exercise will also be extended to all close contacts of confirmed cases who have been monitored for at least 5 days by our contact follow-up teams. As earlier announced by His Excellency the President, from this evening, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning, there will be a curfew countrywide. The curfew continues every evening until further notice. The Inspector General of Police here present will give details on the operations of the same. The curfew has been necessitated by the fact that it has been very difficult to maintain social distancing. A lot of our people who have been infected is as a result of social interactions and from our own observations, usually in the evenings and at night. Secondly, even where we have asked people to do self-quarantine for the mandatory 14 days, we have observed the habit of social distancing during the day and flaunting it at night. This is unacceptable. We have also noticed, even in public transportation, that the rules are observed during the day and again flaunted in the evening and at night. Further, we have observed that a lot of the people who have the potential as carriers of the disease are fairly young people who also tend to socialize at night. So what we are trying to do is basically curtail social interactions and increase social distancing. And I would like to repeat to my fellow Kenyans that the fact that today, for instance, we did not have any disease announced, any positive announced, is not to say that we relax.